It's early spring. The sun is just going down and the robins have finally stopped singing. All you can hear is frogs and crickets in the woods. Then, out of nowhere, you hear a loud, odd noise. Despite the sun going down, this bird is getting ready for one of the most dazzling displays of the spring. However, this fascinating bird is in trouble, along with a lot of other birds along the East Coast, and the clock is ticking to help save them. The American woodcock is a well-known bird to many birders in the Northeast and goes by many names, such as the Labrador twister, bogsucker, mud snipe, and timberdoodle. Despite its many colloquial names, the woodcock has fascinated birders and hikers alike.
And of course, walking out there in the backwoods there, and you're just trudging along with a chainsaw in your hand and a measuring stick, and boom! These birds would crop out and jump out in front of you. They're trying to be like woodcocks. They would just hide there until you almost step on them, and then they just take off on you.
Despite the American woodcock being a sandpiper, it is rarely found on beaches, and is instead found in woods. It has left its sandy colors behind to blend in with the leaves on the forest floor. With their sandpiper beak, they probe into wet soil to grab worms and insects.
So the beak tip is really, really flexible. It's able to move and real sensitive to, with a lot of nerve endings, it's sensitive to probably movement. It can probably feel that and can grab. And actually, kind of cool that their eyes are situated really kind of very much to the sides and pretty high up, so they can see predators kind of above them.
Because of the movement of their eyes, their brains are now upside down and their ears have moved to below their eyes. Their breeding behaviors are even more peculiar. The males do what is called the sky dance. First, they paint, turning around to make sure any female around them can hear. Then, he flies up nearly 300 feet in the air, circling. His wings whistle as he flies, and he lands nearly exactly where he started. The problem is this bird is in deep trouble. It requires a certain type of habitat known as young forest. This forest provides clearings for the woodcocks to display in, and woodland to nest and hunt for worms and insects. It is also beneficial for other animals, while mature forests do not. Fully grown forests don't give enough space for larger animals. Although many birds use mature trees to nest, they need the berries, nuts, and seeds that grow in the young forest where the sun easily shines. Unfortunately, this type of habitat only makes up a very small percentage of forests. These type of forests have no chance of appearing with humans around.
People don't realize that in order to manage, you might need to clear a section of forest, and long ago there were sections that were cleared even naturally by fire, but we don't clear, we don't have fires anymore, primarily. And also early peoples, native peoples here, also cleared intentionally.
Because of their decreasing habitat, 0% of their breeding range is stable. Climate change has also greatly affected woodcocks.
One thing that kind of can hit their population, occasionally is we have some really bad storms. Recently we had a really big snow after a real big warm spell, so that earthworms are probably up towards the surface, and then this huge blizzard and cold snap came in, and there were a lot brought into rehab facilities. Central Park got in some rehabber got in 100 birds.
That is why it is essential for people to put out not only bird feeders, but plant bushes and trees that will attract insects for birds and provide shelter.
The American lawn is a biological desert, so we need to rethink our own yards for birds and other wildlife.
Although it may seem counteractive, controlled logging and forest fires actually help woodcocks and other birds. These methods create a young forest habitat, exactly what woodcocks need. It is important for birds like the woodcock to be saved. Like all birds, they are essential to our ecosystem by preying on worms and insects. Without them, our ecosystem could be damaged. By saving woodcocks, we can also save more birds on the East Coast. Many other threatened and endangered birds rely on similar habitats. If more people become interested in birds like the woodcock, maybe we'll be able to save just more than them.